Hey everyone, let's dive straight into the latest from the Dallas Cowboys. There's a lot to unpack, from the way the front office is managing contracts to the debut performances on the field. First up, the big question on everyone's mind. Can the Cowboys actually afford to keep all of their key players? When asked directly about the team's salary cap and whether it would be possible to pay everyone, the answer came back confidently. Yes. It's an affirmation that, while there is always a limit to how teams can spend, the Cowboys have a flexibility that allows them to restructure contracts and make room for multiple high-value players. This is not just theoretical. Over the past few seasons, they have shown an ability to maneuver within the cap, balancing between retaining top talent and being strategic in free agency. Of course, they are not going to go on a spending spree for every available free agent. Maintaining players like Kenny Clark, Osa Odigizua, Quinnen, and George Pickens, or possibly letting go of one of the defensive tackles, will define how aggressive the team can be in acquiring new talent. History shows that the Cowboys often lean toward a mix of retaining talent and making calculated additions rather than trying to overhaul the roster each year. The rising salary cap helps, but teams are also aware of the need to manage dead money and future commitments carefully. The logic behind their approach may seem repetitive to some, but it has proven to be manageable, and given the cap growth, they can make moves that would have been impossible in previous seasons. By the time free agency officially begins, a lot of potential targets will already be off the board, which means that timing and strategy are critical. Now, shifting to the field, there is some exciting news about one of the newer players making an impact, Savon Revel. In his debut game, Revel played 19 snaps, almost all of them in coverage, and showed a lot of promise. He allowed only one reception for 4 yards, committed a single penalty, and displayed a solid understanding of his responsibilities in coverage. His performance was clean and composed, and the coaching staff sees potential for him to become a key contributor. Revel himself commented on how it felt to be back on the field after a year away, noting that the speed of the game caught his attention, but he was able to focus on the details and execute his role effectively. For a player coming from a program like ECU, the jump to the NFL level is significant, and his ability to adapt so quickly is encouraging. It is likely that the Cowboys will continue to integrate him into passing situations, where his coverage skills can make an immediate difference. The cornerback group overall also deserves recognition. Kalen Carson played every snap in the game and faced multiple targets, allowing 4 catches for 68 yards. While some plays were challenging, Carson held his own against the Raiders' receiving threats. Don Bland had one of his best games of the season, despite the pick six, recording 4 catches for 34 yards and multiple pass breakups. Successful plays in this context are measured by limiting first downs, and Bland's performance shows he could be reliable in coverage. The rotation on the corners was strategic. Carson and Bland handled most of the outside responsibilities, while Revel took on specific passing downs. This combination provides the Cowboys with versatility and depth in the secondary, allowing them to match up better against varying offensive schemes. Linebackers and safeties also saw significant rotation, which was heavier than usual. Donovan Wilson and Malik Cooker logged significant snaps, while Maris Bell contributed effectively, including an interception aided by good positioning. The defensive scheme relied on communication and rotation to prevent big plays, and overall, the secondary performed admirably against deeper throws. Linebackers saw a mix of veteran and rotational play, with Kenneth Murray and Logan Wilson leading the group along with Demarion Overshone and Shamar James. This rotation allowed for fresh legs and strategic deployment, depending on game situations. Murray and Wilson each have strengths and limitations, and their performance in space or against play action can impact game planning in future matchups. The coaching staff appears committed to balancing experience and athleticism while developing younger players and adjusting the green dot responsibilities as needed. Turning to the defensive line, Terrence Steele started over Nathan Thomas after a bye-week competition. Steele demonstrated solid performance against challenging matchups, particularly against Max Crosby. While he allowed some pressures, his run-blocking game was strong, and he showed quick reaction on pass rush opportunities. There were a few miscommunications, but these are expected in rotational shifts and when players are working to find rhythm after time off. Overall, the defensive line contributed to the team's ability to control gaps and maintain pressure, complementing the secondary and linebacker rotations. The overall theme from the latest game is that the Cowboys are strategically balancing veteran presence with the development of emerging talent. The front office has been clear about their commitment to retaining core players while using the salary cap wisely to plan for future seasons. On the field, new players are integrating smoothly, and rotations are being managed to maximize effectiveness while keeping players fresh and prepared for high-pressure situations. This approach is evident across multiple positions, from defensive backs to linebackers and the defensive line, and reflects a thoughtful, forward-looking strategy rather than reactive moves. From a performance standpoint, it is clear the team is emphasizing adaptability and depth. The ability to rotate players in the secondary without significant drop-off in performance is a testament to both coaching and player preparation. Similarly, the linebacker rotation allows for situational matchups, ensuring that athletic limitations are managed without compromising overall team effectiveness. Defensive communication has been a focus, and it paid off by limiting explosive plays downfield, forcing the opposition to earn their yards methodically. Savone Revel's debut exemplifies the larger trend of integrating younger or less experienced players into the rotation carefully but effectively. His comfort in coverage, despite the jump in competition level, provides the coaching staff with more options, especially in passing situations. The cornerback group as a whole is demonstrating reliability, with multiple players capable of handling outside responsibilities while maintaining coverage integrity. These rotations allow the team to manage fatigue over the course of the season while also giving emerging players meaningful opportunities to prove themselves. Meanwhile, the linebacker core is balancing experience and athleticism to manage different offensive threats. Kenneth Murray's instincts and Logan Wilson's coverage abilities are being leveraged in ways that complement the team's strategy, and rotational players like Demarion Overshone and Shamar James provide flexibility against complex offensive schemes. Each player has clearly defined roles depending on down, distance, and opponent tendencies. The safeties' communication and positioning remain critical, ensuring that deep coverage is solid and that opportunities for turnovers can be maximized. The defensive line's performance against the Raiders also highlighted the importance of individual matchups and preparation. Terrence Steele's ability to handle pressure while maintaining strong run blocking illustrates the balance between individual performance and system execution. The adjustments made in real time, such as defensive line rotations and assignment shifts, show the team's adaptability and strategic planning. These adjustments will continue to play a critical role as the season progresses, especially against stronger offensive units. Across the board, the Dallas Cowboys are showing a commitment to building both short-term competitiveness and long-term stability. The front office is managing the salary cap with precision, while the coaching staff is ensuring that new talent is given opportunities without compromising team performance. On the field, rotations and situational matchups are being used strategically to balance experience, athleticism, and matchup advantages. The recent game provided clear examples of how this approach is implemented and how it can influence both individual performances and overall team effectiveness. The integration of new talent, combined with strategic rotations across the defense, demonstrates a holistic approach to team building. Each player is evaluated for both immediate impact and future potential, allowing for informed decisions that balance risk and reward. Whether it's a cornerback stepping into high-pressure coverage, a linebacker adjusting to rotational responsibilities, or a defensive lineman taking on challenging matchups, the team's planning and execution reflect a consistent vision for success. Continuing from where we left off, let's dig deeper into how the Cowboys are handling their defensive rotations and how that shapes their overall game plan. One thing that stands out is the way the coaching staff is using positional versatility to their advantage. Players like Don Bland, Kalen Carson, and Savone Revel aren't just filling static roles. They are being deployed in different coverage schemes depending on the offensive formation and down. Bland's ability to excel in the nickel, while Carson holds up on the outside, creates a dynamic duo that is hard for quarterbacks to target consistently. Revel, meanwhile, adds a layer of unpredictability. He may not be on the field for every snap yet, but when he is, the defense has a specialized package designed to maximize his coverage strengths. This careful layering of talent ensures the Cowboys are not only managing their personnel efficiently, but also creating strategic advantages in key situations. The linebacker group also deserves closer attention. Kenneth Murray continues to anchor the defense, showing both intelligence and physicality, though his performance is highly dependent on the support from teammates. Logan Wilson, while athletic, is slightly less explosive than Murray, which means the team has to adjust positioning and responsibilities to ensure that opponents cannot exploit mismatches in space. Demarion Overshone and Shamar James provide rotational depth, keeping the unit fresh and able to respond to different offensive looks. This depth allows the Cowboys to maintain intensity throughout the game while also safeguarding against fatigue or injuries, which is critical over a long season. The coaching staff has been deliberate in managing snap counts, particularly on passing downs where speed and reaction time are crucial, demonstrating a keen understanding of situational football. The safety's performance has been equally noteworthy. Donovan Wilson continues to be the backbone of his secondary, logging heavy snaps but still maintaining sharp communication and positioning. Mally Cooker and Maris Bell complement him by being in the right spots at the right times, often taking advantage of opportunities created by well-placed pressure from the defensive line. Bell's interception in the recent game exemplifies this synergy. While some may credit him with the turnover, the reality is that team coordination allowed the play to develop as it did. This reflects a defense that is not reliant on individual heroics, but on collective execution and understanding of roles. On the defensive line, Terrence Steele's contributions go beyond the stat sheet. Against strong pass rushers, Steele demonstrated both mental and physical preparedness, showing quick reactions and solid technique. Even when beaten on individual plays, his overall presence helped the team maintain structural integrity and keep gaps controlled, which is essential for both the pass rush and run defense. The competition between Steele and Nathan Thomas highlights a broader theme in Dallas this season: meritocracy combined with opportunity. Players are earning their roles not based solely on past reputation, but on performance in both practice and games. This approach not only motivates the roster, but also ensures the team is fielding the most capable lineup in any given situation. Looking at the defensive rotations as a whole, the Cowboys are striking a careful balance between maintaining high performance and giving young players room to grow. This dual focus is evident in the way snaps are distributed. Experienced players anchor key positions, while promising talent is eased into the game plan strategically. The goal is not just to win in the moment, but to build a roster that can sustain competitiveness over multiple seasons. This philosophy is mirrored in the way the front office handles the salary cap and player contracts, showing a coordinated effort between management and coaching that aligns financial strategy with on-field execution. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Whispers have been circulating through the league, and if the latest murmurs hold any truth, Dallas Cowboys fans might be in for a show unlike anything they've seen in recent memory. Sources close to the team suggest that the Cowboys are closing in on a deal to bring MARR into the fold, potentially pairing him with CEEDEE Lamb to form what could be one of the most electrifying wide receiver duos in the NFL. The prospect alone has already sent shockwaves through fan forums and social media alike, with speculation running wild about what this pairing could mean for Dallas' aerial attack. MARR, known for his explosive speed, precise route running, and ability to make defenders look foolish in the open field, would instantly give the Cowboys a vertical threat that few teams could match. Meanwhile, CeeDee Lamb has steadily evolved into one of the league's most polished and dynamic receivers, capable of dominating in traffic, stretching defenses, and producing highlight reel moments week after week. Imagining the two on the same field is enough to make any defensive coordinator break into a cold sweat. Rumors hint that the front office sees this as a golden opportunity to finally give their quarterback an arsenal worthy of contending with the league's elite passing attacks. Industry insiders are buzzing about how this move could redefine the Cowboys' identity. Will they embrace a fast-paced, high-flying offense that can score from anywhere on the field? Or will they pair this potential firepower with a more balanced attack, keeping opponents guessing? Whatever the strategy, one thing seems clear. The mere possibility of Chase joining Lamb has reignited conversations about Dallas as a serious offensive juggernaut. Of course, nothing is official yet. Negotiations, contract talks, and front office maneuvers could always shift the landscape, but the idea alone has already set imaginations running wild. Fans are posting mock highlight reels, debating quarterback chemistry, and even fantasizing about record-breaking seasons. The rumor mill continues to churn, and for now, Dallas Cowboys supporters have plenty to daydream about. If it comes to fruition, this could be a partnership that shakes the league to its core, a true sky's-the-limit scenario for one of the NFL's most storied franchises. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.